Good morning, children. How are you today? What are you up to? Time of man is over. Time of the Gabe is upon us. I shouldn't leave you alone to talk by yourselves. That's my mistake. That's my fault for being late. Mm. Stayed up late because I was watching Shin Ultraman, which wasn't the worst idea in the world, but I probably could have just watched it earlier in the evening. I've developed this weird habit of watching things in bed, as opposed to just, watching them on the couch on my big TV like a sensible person. I like the 1960s themes to it. Plot let it down a little bit. I think it's the only kind of movie I've seen like that in a while that sort of gets duller as it goes. Should have just been simpler. Sometimes you just gotta be simple. You don't need to be too. You don't need to overcomplicate things by being clever. I am drinking whatever the number 10 vicious coffee from like Coles is, because it's like $12. Like, it's beans, but I mean, it's not like some kind of single origin, gently caressed by vanilla sort of thing. And then I put, how the little thingies, the little, trays that they got for it, they have like the little one, and they have the fat one. So I fill the fat one up, and then I put it in there. And I don't make like, I've never understood espresso about how you're supposed to put out like just kind of like a fucking little shot glass worth and I don't know, put whatever the fuck in there. I just think that's like fucking laziness. So I just put it in there and run it until I get like basically a mug worth. So it's sort of like a mug of espresso. And like I hear a lot of talk about like, oh, it'll be bitter and stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's like kind of the nature of coffee. Um, and I see those weird coffee autistics on the internet sometimes, and I mean, I'm glad I'm not there, and I don't ever really want to be, and I have no intention of going there, because, I mean, above all else, it just seems fucking expensive. Like, I don't need some kind of, like, Swiss watch to gently massage my fucking grains. Like, I'm honestly trying to think of a hobby or an interest I have that is that bad. And I just don't think it's there because I think inevitably there's just that always there's always like a you have to accept sometimes that stuff's just not going to be flawless and that no amount of like fucking $1,000 granule sifting fucking gear machines and shit like honestly like a friend of mine's got a buddy who is one of those people and has like a fucking grinder that costs $1,000 or so and like I feel like that there needs to be like one of those little taste test fucking things because if that's a scam. I don't believe you can taste the difference. You're being scammed. It means nothing. You've just I don't know. You've put. If I were ever gonna be doing something like that, you know what it'd be? It'd be like one of those fucking train sets, like the big crazy ones, like the ones Rod Stewart builds. Maybe not that big because I would want it to fit in the kitchen, but the whole thing would be like this little village that, and like I switch it on, and then the village in this like kind of Rube Goldberg fashion would like grind the fucking beans and make the coffee for me, and it'd be like a little thing, like models and stuff, and they've got like these little magnetic tracks that they put under like these models now. That like you can have stuff going along, so there'd be this whole little village in it to make my coffee in the morning, and that would be worth a couple of $1,000. You know, like because I know that like the nice coffee is nicer than that. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna fucking pretend otherwise. But it's not that much nicer by any fucking sane measure. Like I'm glad I don't have expensive taste buds. What the fuck would I do with those? Uh, well, I guess this costs lots of fucking money now. So, I mean, even if I were rich, that'd just annoy me. Like it's not whether or not I can afford it. It's whether or not it's actually because value is that thing that fucking just fucking sets me off. It's like there's friends that are into like fucking various card games and shit. And it's like, at least with the physical ones, you're getting a thing. Like, none of them are worth that, but at least there's a thing. And then to find out that people spend money on the things that are like just digital and it's completely made up. And it's like, that's a scam. I could do that for you. Alright. Solitaire. It's what lonely mums played. I've never heard of clock solitaire. Press either mouse button. Oh, look at that. There's mouse. Oh, well, look at that. Shuffling graphics, baby. This, I mean, what this won't do, though, is the wild card cascade. My mum used to be able to speedrun this fucking Windows Solitaire, man. That thing fucking... Bit. This... I feel like this could be going faster, you know? Especially because I'm playing by myself. This is what people did before video games, man. Old people are angry at video games just because they're bitter that they didn't have anything to do. You know? Alright. Okay. $12 maybe I start... Okay, maybe I start at 1. How do I know what a valid move is? 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Alright, look. Just over there. Alright, no. Did I do 4 o'clock? 5 o'clock? 7 o'clock rock? Oh, okay. I don't like clock solitaire. I'm not a fan of solitaire to begin with, because if I'm bored, I don't want a game that highlights my endless gulf of loneliness. You know? Like, from that's just sad. United Innovations Plus. Oh, that's what UIP stood for. That's depressing. Alright, let's see what Clockwise is about. Rasputin made this. Good to know. Yeah, by and large, I mean, you know, my parents were both, like, you know, raised Catholic in Queensland in, like, the 60s, which is effectively like being raised in the Taliban. And, you know, they ditched that pretty much, you know, at the age of 17 or 18, give or take. And, you know, in Queensland, you know, your options politically would be staggeringly, horrifyingly, you know, racist, homophobic, and sexist, or not. And fortunately, they chose not. A day in the life of a puzzle block. Oh. Oh. I think... hang on, did I leave it on, like, fucking... Where are we here? Ah. That explains. I mean, that's a bit too wobbly for a puzzle block. I expect rigidity from a puzzle block. You have a job to do, goddammit. Yeah, Clive Barker wrapped up the last episode, and in staggeringly, upsettingly disappointing fashion. I mean, Nightbreed is not a great film by any real stretch, but it is a film with some great stuff in it. What the fuck, man? Hey, do you ever want to see Come and See recreated by Tetris blocks? Come on down to DOS. Boy, do I have something to bother you when you're trying to sleep. Ugh, don't give real emotions to, like, little blocks like this. It's the only thing that, like, makes me sad. Is there a game? What's happening? Why am I living through this? Thanks, Rasputin. That didn't help. Alright. Oh, that is just not very visible. I don't even... What am I looking at here? In the row... Oh, this is a protection matrix. How about you go fuck yourself? Please enter the character located at this position. Easy peasy. I don't feel like being harassed today. What am I doing? I thought I could figure it out, but like, I don't appear to be. Alright, I'll do that. That's quit. Don't know what that does. How about I do that? I feel like I should be able to figure out what's occurring, you know? Da-da! Suicide is painless. I mean, if nothing else, this little thing has gotten in my fucking head. I'll give it that. Alright, Manuel. What's happening here? Is it going to be just a text file? I hope it's not just a text file. Alright, sweet. Pictures. This is exactly the kind of nonsense I've come to expect from Rasputin. You must move elements, bricks, bombs, transporter units, self-generating diamonds around the left-hand side of the screen and match them to what you see on the right-hand side of the screen. Okay, right. This feels like a game that would be played by... Oh, fuck, now I've forgotten the name of the show. Sapphire and Steel. This feels like an episode of Sapphire and Steel, but if you're seeing it from, like, the weird metals point of view. You know, like, this is what they play when they're bored. When they're not, like, I don't know, trying to, like, fucking get rid of stray time streams and dudes without faces. Well, it's clone, alright. Yeah, that was depressing. Like, I don't like it when, like, it's non-human things being sad makes me sad. You know, it bums me out. Form battle clone exe. Let's just we'll start simple. Okay. I mean, there's graphics, so far so good. And Taris. Alright, we got some music here. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised we're on C. Like, we're doing pretty good to get to C. Monax Castles. Huh. Is that supposed to be that? I think Castle is a word, but I can't remember. Alright. No, it's not. That was misspelt. Okay. Once upon a time, on a very stormy night, a little blue hero was lost in a foreign, dark country, far away from his family. He decided to seek shelter in an old, forgotten medieval castle to avoid the threatening storm that was about to break forth. As he enters the giant stronghold, the doors shut in his back with a chilly swirl of wind. As our little hero will learn later, the master of this gloomy place is named Morik. He is a powerful dark sorcerer who possesses all the castles in this realm in which there is doing strange genetical experimentations. Okie dokie. Enter Bolio. Okay, we play. Huh. Why am I 2 balls? I got a map. Okay. Okie dokie. Incorrect. This is where I was before. Alright, so I gotta get him down by 1. Well, I can't have them on the same plane, Gabriel. Let's. Ah. But I need him up higher. I can't get, like, that motherfucker down there. That's the problem. Shut up. Alright, that's confusing. I mean, you know. Better than I thought it was going to be. So, credit where it's due. Oh boy. Clone Invader. By Gary Quiring. Quiring? I don't know if you're allowed to say this is by you, Gary. You know? I mean, considering it's very clearly Space Invaders. There is a woman who says that she is the Queen of Canada, and the only song her followers have to listen to is Rah Rah Rasputin. I've heard of the Queen of Canada, but I did not know the Rasputin part, which is just fucking hilarious. I mean, it has sound effects, so, you know. Good for it. Goodbye, Clone Invaders. Okay. Someone who learned to draw by reading Garfield cartoons. Excellent. Like it is, it's kind of a hobby. You know, trying to like pass the thought processes of those mutants. Because you can't. Like, it's like being on mushrooms. Just bits of the brain are touching that shouldn't be. And you just can't process that with any kind of functional human thought process. But really, that's what makes it fun. You know, because, like, why Rasputin? You know, I understand, like, wanting to be the Queen of Canada makes some measurable sense, you know? Like, who doesn't want to be, like, the fucking ruler of, like, something? Alright, why am I only allowed to have, like, just fucking, you know... Gartfeld. Please enter your name. Normal. Please enter your name. Lyman is dead. Oh, okay, so it's worms. Or it's worms or lemmings? It's one of these. Oh, there's lightning at least. Huh. Alright, my little guys are going. I don't know why that is. A bunch of them are on fire. The water will put them out. Okay. Okay, we appear to be losing a fight to a trolley of some description. Oh, wait, whoa. My little guys just did something. My leader. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so that guy's doing a flip of some... Oh, I turned my guys around. Oh, I made him do a flip. Or they all died. I think they got struck by lightning. Okay, X seems to stop him. Oh. Okay, so I've got... I think Q... fuck, how are they digging now? Every time I push a button, something different happens, and then I push the same button and nothing happens, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Okay, I got how? Oh, there he's on fire. He's in the water. I mean, I don't think that's a position of safety. Okay, Q does seem to be flip. That I can repeat. I don't know if landing on guys is that useful. What a bizarre little title. Clonk. Do you want to make a pile of feral British children battle each other? I do get the feeling that there's kind of a worms thing going on there, but like it was active. It's kind of like I feel like it's a hybrid. I feel like we got like a combination between lemmings and worms, which is interesting. I think I'll leave that for now. I mean, I don't. Ugh, fuck me. Ah, come on, images. You're not gonna let me see that? Like, fuck you. I am getting a fucking picture of that. Debacle. I like how you can tell that the person who drew that's a furry. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna restart this because I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you just look at that and it's like, okay, that's someone's sad furry art. You're not gonna get away with this. Oh, look at it. Fuck me. This isn't some kind of nonsense. Spielstarten. Leaked. Karten gross. Style Spielwelt. There's a Clonk board game? Clonkus. Majonkus. There we go. Here's it. Dude, I don't know. One, okay. Spiele 2. His angry little face. He's taking this so seriously. How is this Settlers of Catan? Like, what the fuck? Berg, Norga, I don't... I was not expecting this, you know, like Clonk. Clonk? See, no, this is like every time Michael Bay makes a sequel, you know, like Clonk 2 makes me like Clonk more. Because I don't know what the fuck this shit is, and it sucks. I don't want to play Settlers of Clonktarn. No. At this rate, I'm assuming Clonk 3 is a first-person shooter. All German games eventually become economy simulators, yeah. Just... Holy shit. I almost don't like that he got better at drawing, you know? Ah, we're back! I mean, alright, I might have spoken too soon. Clonk 3. Return to Clonk. Ah. A kart racer, yeah. I do. Like, man, someone's doing their homemade version of Bloodborne kart, and I'm excited for that, and I haven't even played Bloodborne. Okay. I'll be Clonk. Okay, mission and tutorial. Yeah, let's fucking learn here, okay? Let's start session. Alright. Fundamentals of Clonk controls. You know, look at this. Look at what happens when you teach the Germans English. Okay. This is a clonk. Alright. Alright. Why not just use the arrow keys, you mutt? I don't have a fucking keypad because I'm not a fucking moron. 6? Christ. Okay, so I can make my fucking... where are we? 6? Oh, look at that. I can have my clonk throw. Alright. I hate, like, the fucking... Oh, fuck, mate, no. Fucking, I think I'm stuck in this shit. I can't fucking flip out. I'm stuck, because I can't dig. Because there's like a rock. Oh, wait, no, there I go. Oh, fuck it. I love how it has, like, the arrows there and shit, and you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But then, like, you know, you can't do that because it's fucking stupid. Dig up. Dig up. Clonk want out. Alright. I mean, I can now, like, why not just let me use the fucking, you know, the keyboard like a fucking normal person? Why make it like this? What's wrong with you? I mean, I'll probably delete Clonk now, because I think Clonk 3 is the superior Clonk. So, Clonk, I'm sorry, but you've been surpassed. Clonk 3 Radical just, you know, rules the roost. Knee deep in the Clonk. Ugh. That'll be up to Amber. I haven't played any of Bloodborne, mostly because, like, so, you know, particularly the way I played Dark Souls, Bloodborne is very, very similar to Dark Souls. But I'm stuck playing a quick, dodgy parry character, which I hated in Dark Souls, and at 30 FPS, which I didn't want to do. Like, it was just not going to be fun for me. I'm sure the world's nice, I'm sure the story's fun. But until someone releases, like, I don't know, a fucking PC decompile, I'm not fucking playing that. I might have a look if a PC version does come out, but Souls games are a mood thing for me. You know, like, I don't know if I'll ever bother playing Elden Ring, just because it's like, it's just fucking too big, you know? Like, I have other hobbies and things I want to do, and it's just, you know, it's like, oh, fuck, look at the goddamn size. I just don't, you know. It's like asking me to, like, just fucking... There's more Clonk? Oh, shit. You think you know Clonk. Oh, yeah, I've heard about Pinocchio Souls. I might look at that. I mean, I'll play the shit out of Bloodborne Kart, though. I feel like we could look these people up and find out if they are furries, and I'm kind of curious about that. At least one player. Well, I thought I had, okay? I don't, you know. New player. Poopiness. Oh, I gotta choose my color here. Roadside, left. Alright, great. Start session. I thought I had. Okay, why do you Germans make me fucking do this shit? Okay, mark player. There we go. Oh, this one's got like a fucking, you know, learn to control your captain. Try to dig out some flintstones. Why? I like getting stuck in my own holes. Alright. I might keep that one as well. Ah, fuck it. Who gives a shit? I don't want Clonk. Fucking... I'm not an advanced Clonk player. And I never will be. You know, that's just the reality. Alright. This is another one that screams Amiga. Didn't this little ball guy have a game on the SNES? Yeah, like, the Souls games are a commitment, just mentally, you know? Like, Sekiro I really fucking loved. Sekiro was fantastic. But also, Sekiro is a much more driven experience, and it's the only fucking game to nail swordplay. It's, you know, because it's so hard to do swordplay in a way that is fair for both the player and the enemy. But they did it. They made sword fighting work in a video game, and nobody has fucking effectively copied it. Like, the Jedi Survivors and shit, like, sort of did, but then just didn't commit. And so, you know, it just doesn't matter. Wait a second. Okay, CGA, EGA. Hey, alright, we got like fucking 17 colors or some shit here. Yeah, I started Alan Wake 2. I found one quite dull, but two... Oh, at least it's got this. Arrow Kingdom. Alright. Well, let's fight the Arrow Kingdom. Quartet King. Oh, okay, so I hadn't... Ah! Well, that wasn't fair. Do I have... Can I shoot or something? Oh, okay. I fucking jumped. Fuck you. Oh. Am I supposed to be doing this? Why is the game farting the Spider-Man theme at me? I ran out of whatever that was. Yeah. Okay, space doesn't jump. Space and up jumps. Or not. Fuck. Well, that can go fuck itself. God, look at that. Light years ahead. I dispute that. Injection molded, 8-way rolling, rubber-bottomed software hero. Rubber-bottomed software hero, rubber-bottomed software hero, rubber-bottomed software hero. Let that stick in your mind. When Terry's magic crystals are stolen. Like, I love how you can just, like, the Englishness just screams out of this game. You can just tell. Just even from the fucking cartoon, you know? Like, look at that. Just... It's so fun how they had their own little game industry for just, like, ages, you know? Just unmolested, just sitting out there. Fucking, you know... The fucking ball has some hard lemonade, I think. I mean, normally I'd think it's just regular lemonade, but there are bubbles coming out of it, which suggests some kind of, like, potion-y, intoxicant quality. You know, look, they're just out there, you know. Rubber-bottomed software hero. Terry's magic crystals. Yeah, it's never gonna get out of your head. Rubber-bottomed software hero, rubber-bottomed software hero, rubber-bottomed software hero, rubber-bottomed software hero. It's not even, there's no semantic content to it anymore. It's like a chant. You know, it may as well just be ululation. Goodbye, Cloud Kingdoms. This is like, what the fuck, man? Just every time. Ah, come on. Look, you mutants, if you're gonna fucking do this, do it right. I'll do it. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That is just fucking insane. I mean, this has got to be one of those... This feels like a terrible soccer management game. I mean, I didn't like Alan Wake 1... Just because it was very like it was one of those games that was like hampered by. I mean, it was a PS3 game, wasn't it? I think it was hampered by that because it's just the gameplay never evolved, and like for the game's about a writer, which is one of those things where if you're gonna write like a character, you kind of gotta, and they're gonna be good at something, you kind of gotta also be good at it. And I don't know if it was meant to be ironic or some kind of joke at the expense of Stephen King, but like what the game being about a writer turned into was just needless narration that was largely terrible. Like describing the thing I'm looking at poorly while I'm playing the game. It's like, man, fucking come on. I mean, at least part two has the, horsepower behind it to look pretty. And function reasonably well, too, provided you're not trying to run it on a fucking 980 or something. Are these real places? Wigan, Torquay, Gillingham, Mansfield Town, Fulham. Some of these, I think some of these are real. Scunthorpe? Well, I'm being that. Why is it two-player? Why is there more than fucking... How? I don't want this. The fuck is going on? I didn't know they let foreskins referee soccer games. Oh, holy shit. What the fuck? Like, there was one bit where you're trying to get to, like, a fucking petrol station. And, like, ugh! And, like, you just hear him go, it stood out like a lighthouse. And it's just, Lord, stop. Lord, fucking stop. Like, the thing about King is he does have some fucking nifty ideas, and most of them come out in his short stories. Because, fuck, Lord, I have tried to read it, like, twice. And it really... I don't know how much into the cocaine he was when he was writing that. I don't even know if he'd fucking started, but God, you could feel it. Like, he just writes a lot. And it's like, dude, this did not need to be this long. His prose is not interesting. Like, I think it's because I read, like, fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when I was young or something, but I like it when the book is fun to read, Like, particularly fiction. I want interesting fucking prose. I don't want the driest goddamn shit in the world if there's going to be fucking lots of it, and it's just going to be a fucking plow. But what the fuck am I looking at here? Hey, wanna see? This feels like all the art in this feels like it's drawn by Jesus wept, drawn by someone who's really racist toward the British. All of these feel like racist caricatures. I mean, it's like it's I almost, to its credit, this is the most interesting soccer management game I've fucking played, because at least there's a dynamic quality, like you get a goal and you get these pictures. There's like a highlight reel quality to this, which I'm almost certain means that it was not successful. Trades, fucking edit teams. What's that guy about? Like, who is this dude? I don't know. It's just guy who's sad. He's just parked outside his house, can't face, his fucking family. Just doesn't want to go back in there. I mean, there's some amazing pathos to that, but... Yeah, I'm not... Like, evil's an interesting concept. I mean, I feel if you're going to do something like that, you should do it so it's just alien, you know? Like, it's not killing us because it wants to, it's just incidental, really. Impersonal, you know? Like, mwahaha evil is just boring. That's you know, you personify a stubbed toe and eventually turn it into Beelzebub. Club and country. For club and country. I feel like that's something people say before they go to some giant meeting of racists. Club backgammon, which I vaguely remember as being, I don't know, French for reverse onion. Yeah, I mean it was one of the features that was the best thing about the Cenobites. You know, like when they were done properly. You know, a big and important part of what made them sort of useful and good characters was they were horrifying to us and evil to us because of what they did. But what they did, they saw as being a beautiful experience that you'd like, and they're just trying to share something they like with you. And that's fucking creepy, you know? Like, the idea of him is kind of like, you know, I described Pinhead as sort of like a gimp Pepe Le Pew. You know, there are rules. You know, they at least again, when the characters are being done well, they don't want to take anybody that doesn't want to be taken. You know, it's not like fucking Michael Myers, where he's just going to storm in and fucking kill you because he's nuts. They don't want to torture someone who doesn't want to be tortured. And that's creepy and weird. And the whole idea is they're trying to appeal to something in you that maybe you do want this. Maybe you want it, maybe you're curious, you know, how bad could it be really? They seem to like it. What's that about? Oh. You know, and that's alien. It's something that we can't really fucking understand. Pleasure, pain, intertwined. Like, I don't know, maybe a bunch of fucking hooks in my face for eternity where I don't have to worry about it killing me, you know? Like, because pain is a measurement of damage, you know? Like, because I can take a lot of fucking pain. Like, I've done so many fucking conditioning exercises, I can take the pain. The thing that makes me have to stop, though, is like, sooner or later, damage is going to occur. And damage limits capacity. So, alright, well now I gotta stop. This is just too much music for backgammon, you know? Like, backgammon should be smoky and hookah related. This feels like I'm stuck in a calliope. And so that's what makes them haunting and frightening. Like, after part 2, they basically became devils from hell that torment you, which is fucking lame. Which is, again, like, it's what ruined, you know, a big chunk of the rest of the fucking movies. Is because in the first one, when he gets asked, you know, who are you? Devils to some, and then he smiles a little bit, angels to others. They're not demons. They're not from fucking Christian hell here to poke bad people. It's fucking stupid. It's boring. They're here to share something they really like. Hooks in the skin. Maybe I will like it. I don't know. They seem to. That's where the haunting quality comes in, you know. But that takes effort and thought. I wonder what shitty roulette looks like. Key punch! How do you do roulette when you don't have the graphics to do a circle? There we go. That answers that question. Well, therein lies the difficulty of making this was like a big chunk of what I wrote about in my article on it. Go to the Keep It Classy website and read the fucking Hellraiser article. You know, because how do you create tension in a film when the scary monsters want consent? You know, watching a fucking masochist just go, oh, let's go, have some fun. You know, what's the point of that? Where's the movie? I may as well just watch a guy jack off. And I don't want to do that. Oh, God. God, look at him. There's like this one picture of howler monkeys that I have, and I always come back to it when I see, like, particularly soccer. And I know it's not entirely fair, but there's just something about fucking soccer audiences, man. Just. Oh yeah, yeah. I think I remember the kiddie porn one. Fucking PK unzip. God, I haven't thought about that in fucking eternity. PK fire. PK unzip. I mean, it's again. This is a lot like. Yeah, sure, whatever. Fuck me. Why am I doing this for just this bullshit? Where's a bat? There we are. Oh no, it was a MIDI demo. I don't want that. PK unzip. Ultrasound. No, I don't want that. Ultra joy. Ultra mid. Graphics. Config. Mixer. I don't know if I want the fuck club sock. That's gonna be it. Bombs. League's a generally well-constructed game as well. Like, League is a game where there's purpose to a lot of the stuff that goes on, and the reset element of the ball play means that it doesn't just turn into a dude pile where I can't tell what the fuck's going on. You know? Like, I just find that dull. You know, because it'll happen, and you know, that's one of the core elements of Union, is just there'll be a dude pile, and there's a ball in there somewhere. And it's like, okay. I mean, the novelty of a writhing dude pile crawling its way across a lawn is not the worst thing in the world, but also it just doesn't make for a fucking interesting sport. Dude pile of Exeter City. Alright, there we go. Fuck me. I fucking, like, I don't, you know. See, this is not nearly, this is boring, you know? Club football, the manager, nowhere near as good as Club and Country, the silly buggers. I mean, look at that, you know? I'm annoyed we didn't get that screen. I wanted that fucking title screen. The sad thing about Control is it's this whole deal about how anything can happen, and then literally everything you face is just like an object floating around. Like, the one good idea they had was in, I think, the DLC, where there was like a film camera, and it did something interesting. Every other time, it was just like a thing floating around hurling shit at you. It's like, how do you take an idea so fundamentally good and make it so fucking boring? Like, you could have anything could occur, and yet you just constantly choose telekinetic object. It's like, I wonder what's going to be behind here. Telekinetic object. What's it? Telekinetic object. Do something interesting, you fucking months. I'm going to restart that, actually. Where are we? You know, and it's tragic because it's such a neat idea, but the idea is you gotta have this like really dry space, which is what that fucking office building is. It's amazingly dry space, and having it shift and change, but still ultimately remain, you know, looking like an office is good. But then you have to add something to that. You have to give it something to juxtapose. I can't even remember what the villain of Control was. Which is better, CGA or EGA? I can never fucking... bricks in my brain. I think it's the same as what I was looking at last time. No, that's worse. CGA clue, EGA clue. There we go. The hiss, that's right. Yeah, I know one's more and one's less and all that. You know, it's not something I think about on a regular fucking basis, so why would I remember? Colonel Mustard. I don't remember Miss Peach or Sergeant Grey. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Okay, I don't have a fucking... I haven't, like, done shit yet. Oh, wait, there's start. It's just under that. Boop. Okay, well, how do I do that? That's just okay. It's like, am I supposed to drag them? Okay, there's no click and drag. Print. Print! Miss G. Peach. Alright. That is not holding my interest enough to survive. Goodbye, the two of you. The clue! Okay. Space. Good to see he's hanging on. Okay, let's see. It's a CD-ROM game. That's fascinating. It's a fun presentation. Helmut. Alright.
This is where it all started.
Oh, look at this!
Yes.
Is this the... Alright, so this has legs, but like... Am I playing the right game? I don't think that... That can't be right. Okay. Alright, so... Over 20 buildings have been accurately reproduced, which duplicate the actual environment where jewels are kept. Like, so it's this really nice, cool, serious thief simulator. And that's the fucking... I took one look at this and was like, oh, it's going to be a little platformer where I'm a funny little British criminal and I jump around and I got to climb poles and shit. And then I get in there and it's like this. It's like Captain Serious's incredibly serious thief simulator. Like, whoever did that cover art should be put in a hole. Because that is insane. That... Literally just the fucking the clue in just big letters on a black fucking background would have been a better and more representative fucking piece of cover art than this, which communicates the hard opposite. I was expecting something maybe a little bit like Bonanza Brothers, but maybe without the guns. You know, you gotta dodge bobbies, which is again what I'm looking at here. I mean, with this funny little fucking English flat cap comic fucking character, you know, climbing a fucking, and then that, and then there's a little Scotty dog, and like I have to come up with complex fake names to, you know. There's a fucking button that says think. The Clue team became Rockstar Vienna and made Manhunt 2. It's things like that, you know. Like, look at that. They can go from this abomination. I mean, fucking that. Just looking at it makes me angry. Like, the thing about can't judge a book by its cover is it's always been not a very good... It's another one of those things that you got to say to stupid people in the hopes that they're going to fucking just not be dumb. Because you can judge people by their fucking appearances. It's, you know, it's easy. You just have to have more than like 2 stereotypes in your stupid pig brain. The reason you can't judge a book by its cover is because the writer and the fucking cover artist are seldom the same fucking person. That's why you can't judge a book. That's why shit like this happens. I don't think the people who made this game would have like drawn that as the fucking cover for their shit. ...1950s style music and sound effects. I'll admit I am a little bit Oh, wow, it's on the CD32? Is it? I don't remember that. Where are you? Come here. Come here, Amiga CD32. Come here. Come here, Amiga, having a fucking... Wow, Clockwise is on this. That's amazing. Wait, maybe it's under the... It usually doesn't do that, but it might be. Wembley. Wembley is the most English fucking place name. It just fucking cracks me up every time I hear it. I don't know if that's on the CD32. I don't know, maybe my CD32 collection's missing shit. Which upsets me profoundly, now that I know that. Fucking fix that. I can't not have The Clue on CD32. Because otherwise it'll make this whole fucking exercise just fucking pointless. You know, because a person is responsible for how they look. In, you know, small ways. You know, like, someone didn't just spring into this room and with a fucking outfit and, like, slap this on me, you know? Like, you can look at me and you can tell certain things about me. You know, perfectly possible. You may be shit at it, but again, that's separate to whether or not it's fucking possible. Alright. Where are we at? We probably got one more. I have to pee, but I don't want to pee, like, you know, this close to the end. It just seems pointless. I may as well stop early. Yeah, but there are ways to read that too. Like, it just, again, it's a skill issue. It's not like a is it possible issue. And a big part of it is always, you can be wrong, you know? You can have, like, here's a system of potential things that are going to occur. But you have to be aware that sooner or later the big hard block of reality is going to come and show up, and that whatever that reality is reality. The things you were thinking before, they have to change now, because reality exists. Richard Nicola. Enter first character to change, enter to continue. Player first name. Blah, blah. I don't want to do this. This is not making my need to pee any better. Don't make me solve fucking conundrums, okay? I'm not here to fucking clue solution. Alright, now where the fuck are you, you motherfucker? Is it under A? Adventure. No. Making me do this. Deleted. You can't escape me. Clyde. This is shareware. Nah. Well, that's a tomorrow problem. Old Clyde. That was that wasn't a bad day. That was a weird day. You know, that was a DOS day. That's what that was. That was the you know, what kind of shenanigans did we get up to? You know, we had a good run. We had, like, all right, there's some fucking stupid, some depressing solitaire games. Clone Invader, Clonk. I mean, you know, we got to see the horrendous English cartoonery of Club and Country. Clue, Master Detective. Oh no, it was The Clue. I mean, that's not the best title for it either, but, like, that box art, that is just, that fucking, I don't know how you'd be so bad at something. Alright, now 293 members at the Patreon. I remember that. That's been the number, that's fairly steady, and it's at 1706. I can't remember if that number's changed at all. But remember, the number's got to go up. Or... You know, I'll go fucking get my master's and teach and earn real money. And just coast, too. I'm not even gonna try hard. I'll just tell them to give me the fucking discipline cases. You know, that's the easy part. Then, cause like, I just don't want to have to grade a bunch of shit. You know, that just seems so fucking fiddly. And if you give me the discipline cases, I just gotta like, you know, basically scare them, which is, you know, pretty much why I wanted to get into education in the first place, is just my natural capacity to terrify children. You know, do what you're good at, do what you love, and you'll never work a fucking day in your life. That's the trick to this. I like body message. I'm assuming that's supposed to be body massage. That would be tempting too. The problem is you can't do that to the discipline cases because there's a good chance that they've been molested, you know. And that starts you off on the wrong foot. I don't want to have to get over the "don't worry, I won't molest you" hump. Because you gotta get them back into society. Otherwise, they don't just die. Like, that's the thing. We've got like the human instinct to deal with like oddities was just to push them until they go away, and then they just wander off into the forest by themselves and fucking die. And that, you know, worked, you know, 60,000 years ago. It doesn't work now. They don't go anywhere. They just pile up, and then they become a pile of fucking maniacs. And then now you just got that to deal with. You know? I've watched this get worse and worse over the course of my fucking life. Like, the maniac pile hasn't gone away. They just clustered. And, like, well, you know, now that they're clustering, they're turning into these new organisms, which are, like, even fucking worse to deal with. I mean, if we could get them all to go back to just living in compounds by themselves and not voting, that might work. But, like, that's inefficient and kind of a waste. Alright. 1706, number go up. I've got vaguely the beginnings of shit organized to do a subscriber Saturday. So, I don't know, horror games, something. I might let you numpties. Yeah, no, I know body massage is the G.I. Joe thing, but like, it's not body message. Who wants a body massage? Oh, Mr. Body Massage. Go! It's burnt in there. Fucking burnt in there. And it's so easy to see two kids riding bikes just in the suburbs. You're going to see two kids riding bikes. And every time, just, who wants a body massage? The teens will be aware of, like, G.I. Joe edits. I'm still with it, damn it. I know what's cool. Look, I know I'm on the sex offender registry. It was a misunderstanding. Even if it is, like, that's the fucked up thing. Even if it's a misunderstanding, if someone says they're on a sex offender registry as a result of a misunderstanding, the first thing I'm going to think is, oh, they molested kids, or they've got their dick out at a school or something. I'm never going to think, oh yeah, it probably was a perfectly honest misunderstanding. You know, you just that's not the thing that you're gonna. You know, and like, is that necessarily fair? You know, no. Maybe there are genuine misunderstandings, and I'm sure there are. Body massage. Stop all the downloading. Ah, man, we had to download those things on dial-up. You know, like you'd click fucking and you'd walk away, and you go, all right, well now entertainment's loading. We're gonna go have some weed and sit in the yard, and we'll come back inside. And then, provided it hasn't fucking errored for some mysterious reason. And now you've got me to look at. So, look at that. Progress. Alright. Number go up. Watch my show, or I'll bash you fucking kids.